All right. Good morning. It is Wednesday, August 28th, 2024, approximately 9:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I wanted to do a quick update video to show you the trade that I'm currently in, what my thought process was in getting in. And it's nothing different than I've been going over the last couple of videos, but just wanted to show it to you real quick. I did make some minor tweaks to my charts just for a what I consider probably a better view of some things that I want to see. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it popping here. All right, so I'm gonna show screen two real quick. All right, as you can see on this screen, this is my technical analysis screen, the 1 hour time frame, UJ, of course. So what I ended up doing, so minor tweaks that I made, right? So first tweak I'll tell you is that on my time frame continuity up here, nope, I didn't make any changes here, and I didn't make no changes here. So yeah, not necessarily. Oh yeah, so the one tweak that I did make on this particular chart, nope, I didn't make any tweaks on this chart at all, except for yes, I did make a tweak. That's right. So with this particular chart, I did make one tweak, and that was I added the other time frame continuity indicator. So that's this one right here, the time frame continuity TFO. I did add this one, and only for the colored candles, and I'll show you why here in a second. So I wanted to utilize the colored candles on my 1 hour, my technical analysis chart for this one reason and this one reason alone. Because it show what it does is it's a good indication of possible market turns or reversals. So when so like you can see right here, right? We see we had a bullish, somewhat a bullish movement, to the upside, right? We took out liquidity and all that good stuff. But the candles were gray. That indicates neutrality, that we're not in any type of time frame continuity. Um, so, but then when you are in time frame continuity, if you are bullish time frame continuity, then the colors will be green like this, bright green. And if you're bearish time frame continuity, they'll be red, bright red, like you see right there. So that's the only reason why I decided to use this indicator, because I wanted an indication on the hourly time frame, not anything lower than the hour. It's just too volatile. But on the hourly, I wanted to get an idea, and I trust me, I did try it out on the 4 hour, the daily, and all that stuff, but it was just a little too much. So I said I'll just keep track of it on my technical analysis time frame, which is the hourly, right? This is where I look to put my trades, right? So as you can see, obviously we're bearish time frame continuity on this down move right here. So as price moved into this daily support level right here, we see we had a bit of choppiness, but you can see now we see where we get, at times where price, did give us that neutral type of candle or what have you. And that's on you for your timing, how you want to time your entries and stuff. You could have got in on this candle right here, this 9 p.m. candle, and rode it up. But of course, you want to understand what the higher time frame looks like. And not having time frame continuity, you want to definitely be careful of that, understanding again where you are on the higher time frames. If this would be a sustainable move or not. Which this one was. And we had some fair value gaps and stuff that you should have been aware of. What you can see, price reacted, to this fair value gap. Um, at the very least, you can see where it came up. It did push up, right? Pushed up into the fair value gap, pretty much filled that imbalance in that fair value gap there. Made a little push to the downside, and then decided to keep pushing right on back up, right? Grabbing more liquidity until now you can see in here in this up move, right? We can see where we have periods of time frame continuity, right? Periods of time frame continuity. All right. Then we got to this high point here. basically reversal, pullback, however you want to call it. And then we out of time frame continuity. But we also had a one. We had this one inside bar right here. So a good trade setup would have been to the 2-1 where we put our order right here. All right, sell limit order, sell stop, whatever, and wait for price to come back and take out trigger your order in, and then target this liquidity, and then this liquidity, and then this liquidity. All right, that would have been let's see how many pips we would have got from that quick, I call it a quick scout, right? At the very least, you could have got roughly 38 pips out of that. And if you wanted to keep targeting, come on down to this order block, which it would have been a even better trade, come on down to this order block, which would have got you 50 something pips. And if you decided to hold it a little bit longer, because we do have some liquidity in this wick right here, you would have been quite okay doing that, a 70 pip move. And if you could see additional liquidity, possibly, then you could have held it for even longer, right? So that could have been a very lucrative move there. Again, as we see the actual reversal point that gave us that move. So that was a 1-2. So this one is 1-2-1 reversal or what have you. But again, playing off of the inside bar right there. And so that would have been that move. Now, the move that I ended up getting into, because I watched the market yesterday, and I wasn't really convinced on getting into anything. I saw the market was moving down, which was fine. But again, with news coming out later today and then tomorrow, I figured the market was a bit subdued. So I wasn't looking to get in anything necessarily yesterday. But I did see an opportunity, though. We have this reversal pattern show up right here. So this was a 2 down, 2 down, 2 up pattern. So when I saw this 2 down and a bit of a rejection, right, where the body was much smaller, the wick was pretty much 2 times the size of the body of this candle right here. So that was a pretty decent rejection in my opinion, but I also knew that price would pull back and claim some of that liquidity that was in there before it was going to make a move up. So what I wanted to do was I actually waited for the close of this candle, this 7 o'clock candle right here. So I got the 2 up that I was looking for. So typically I like to trade ones. And then 1s and 2s in the direction, right? So what I mean in the direction, so if I'm looking for a buy, I'm looking for a 2 up candle, right? Because as long as you continue to get 2 downs, then that's not indicating a buy, right? Now, what you could do is you could, if you think you're about to get a reversal or you in a key area, like at an order block fair value gap or something where you think it may be time or the time is coming close for you to get that reversal, you can place your limit order, at that high or that low. So I would have been okay placing a buy limit order at the high of this 2 right here and just see if it plays out or not. I could have did it at this 2, this 2. I could have did it at this 1 right here. All that happens is if the market is going to keep moving against you, right, it just won't trigger you in. The only time you get triggered in is if a 3 show up, right? So if we're trying to play this order block right here and we say, okay, I got this 2 down, so I'm gonna play this high right here, right? Yeah, you would have been messed up. You would have been messed up with trying to do that with this trying to catch a reversal off this order block, right? But again, looking at all this, right, we got time frame continuity. So you really don't want to be making any moves especially if you're still in time frame continuity. But again, key levels, right? You can do it that way. Again, the only time you're going to really get stopped out is if you get into a 3 situation, broadening type of candle, which doesn't happen all that often, but obviously it does happen, right? So you got to be mindful of that right there. So for me though, like I was saying, the safer bet, right, is getting that 2 up. So I like to play, again, like I said, 1s right? Inside bars, inside candles, and twos in the direction that I'm looking to trade. All right. So for this one right here, so I had a one right here. So that was my trade. That would have been a good trade setup right there. I had this one was this was an inside bar one. Ones don't put too much emphasis on whether there's no such thing as a one up or a one down, right? A one is a neutral candle. It is a in between candle, what have you, one that doesn't break a high or low, right? So it's definitely an in between candle. There's no such thing as a one up or a one down. So anyway, so with the one, right, at this level here, again, I would have been good with placing a sell limit order and then letting this two down, come on and trigger me in and then stay in that move. So anyway, like I said, for the move that I did get in, the move that I'm still in right now, I ended up waiting for this candle to close, and like I said, I put my buy limit order right here, and as you can see, the next candle, right, and this was at 8 o'clock last night, right? So the 8 o'clock candle opened, pulled back just a little bit, right? Because I actually had my stop loss right here, right? I had my stop loss right here. And then, like I said, I was triggered in right here. And then my target was this liquidity right here. This is my target right here. So I've been in this move since around 8 something yesterday. And it's pretty much been moving in my favor. It has not come back, to put me in the negative at all. So what I just recently did is I moved my stop loss to the low of this current candle, and I'm going to let it continue to run. Let it continue to run. So right now, I think I'm at around close to 80 pips. So triggered in right there, and it's been moving. Right now, I'm at 94 pips. So 94 pips right now. My stop loss. So if it turned around on me and it stopped me out, it stopped me out at roughly 72 pips. I'm good. I'm good with that. Now my target, like I said again, I'm targeting this liquidity right here. So roughly 118, 120 pips to take out this high right here. So that's my target. So again, if it doesn't go all the way to the target, it stops me out first, then 72 pips. But if not, then I'm looking at roughly 118 pip move, and I'm good for the day. I'll wait for the next setup or what have you. So that is how I played that one. That's how I played that move. Another move that I'm looking at and looking for is when price comes back. At some point, price is going to come back, right, to claim these lows. So when price comes back to claim these lows, it's definitely going to take out this low and then take out that low. Again, I'm seeing this cluster of liquidity. So when it takes out that first low, right, that's gonna give you, again, nothing's guaranteed, but you're very likely to get a 30 pip move out of that, right? You're more than likely to get a 30 pip move once price decides to take out that low. So if you don't have any trades this week and you're looking for a trade to get in, that would be one to get in if price comes back that far. If not, we want to keep on, watching for some good setups. Again, our setups come from key areas, right? As you can see, this particular setup came inside of this daily order block right here, this daily support or what have you. And I'll show you on the higher time frames what that looks like, right? And then it came with, again, using the strat method to get in or what have you. And I did have volume on my side. Let's not mistake it. I did have volume on my side when I got in, when price triggered. At the time, volume was in the process of increasing. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna go to, and again, the target is right here, just before we get to this fair value gap and or imbalance. What I'm looking for though is for price to fill this imbalance, to mitigate and fill this imbalance, and then possibly get another touch of this order block right here. and I'll look for short opportunities, sales, when we get into this this order block right here, this 1 hour resistance. All right, real quick, we're gonna go to my multi-time frame chart. Got something I want to show you, and then that'll be it. Okay, this is my multi-time frame chart. Again, tracking the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 15 minute. So I'm not really, and you can see for the indicator again, I have that time frame continuity indicator that I have on my technical analysis chart. So as you can see, I'm not really tracking. I am tracking. I'm more so paying attention to the weekly and the 5 minute, but I'm not tracking those for my time frame continuity. For my time frame continuity, of course, I'm using the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 15 minute. More so the daily, the 4 hour and the 1 hour really, for my time frame continuity. But as you can see here, if for the 15 minute, if you were looking for that entry or those entries on a lower time frame, I don't go any lower than the 15 minute. As you can see, my chart is set up to duplicate the 1 hour order blocks, because I need to see what the lower time frame is doing in my analysis time frame, right? My analysis order blocks, right? So this can help. I don't necessarily use it because of the way that I do my entries, again, based off of utilizing the strat. But if you wanted to get, tighter entries, tighter stop losses, you can try to use the 15 minute to get, those entries and stuff. Again, you just gotta, kind of, have some type of process in how you want to do that. Like maybe play if you're looking for a buy, maybe a higher low or something like that. Yeah, a higher low or lower high. Something, of that nature, right? Because what you don't want to do is, again, you got to have a process if you're going to use the lower time frames. But for me, like I said, just utilizing, like, this would have been a good opportunity to get into this move. If you didn't get into it yesterday at 7 o'clock, 12 hours ago, right? You could have used the 7 o'clock this morning, this one, right? Again, ones have no color. They're neutral, right, in nature. So you could have put your you could have put your buy limit order right there. Again, we're coming off this order block right here. You could have put your buy limit order right here and waited for it to trigger. And let's see what that would have looked like if it triggered in, right? So it would have triggered right there, and currently you would be at about 40 pips. Currently you'd be about 40 pips in the game. Looking to gain, even more than that, 50, 60 something pip move, depending on what your target would have been for this particular move. But again, like I said, if you missed the one that I got in yesterday, then this was an opportunity right here. As price came back, we see price push through, throughout the morning, came back, retested this order block, right? Retested it as support. And then as you see, we got an opportunity with the one candle, to get in on this move right here, what have you. So again, as you can see, I have the 1 hour order block on my 1 hour time frame right here. And then for my 4 hour time frame, I have the 4 hour order block, or what have you. So what I ended up doing was, instead of having the daily order block on all of these time frames, I'm just utilizing from the 1 hour, the 4 hour on the 4 hour chart, and then the daily on the daily. I can see where I am in price. Like, we can see that we're pushing away from this daily support right here, right? So we know that down here, this is where that daily support is, right? And we know we're pushing away from it. And I did this because I need to see relevant price points from each of the time frames, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily, of course. But I realized that I needed to see what was going on the 4 hour for order blocks and stuff like that, so that I can see possible price points where possible areas where price may have a reaction. So that's why I started tracking it that way. But I didn't want to clutter my charts either. So I can't have all of those time frames on all of these charts because then the chart just looks so cluttered. But if I'm keeping track and I have a view like this multi-time frame view, I know exactly where price is in relation to each of these time frames, right? Like I said, again, I'm not tracking the 15-minute order blocks. Those don't matter to me. It's 1 hour and above that I need to be mindful of, right? So that's exactly why I did that that way. And as we can see, my target area, as you can see, is actually this 4-hour support area right here. That's about to be resistance. And I think this is actually a resistance. This little red line right here, I think it's actually 4-hour resistance. So yeah, so again, even just looking at it and targeting it from my 1 hour, I'm in a good place when it comes to the 4 hour as well. And price is very close to hitting my target and closing me out for the day at that 100 and something pips. So good move for me. So now the next move, right? We're looking for price to do something with this this fair value gap right here. So we want to see how price reacts to this fair value gap. It'd be very good if price is able to fill this imbalance. Right now, I won't be in the trade at that time because I'm waiting to see what price is going to do once it gets into this order block. I mean, into this order block and fair value gap for that matter, and look for the opportunity to get in on a sale. I'd very much like to see it go into a support, a order block that's further up maybe. But the fact that it's already in this order block is enough for me. So I just want to see what price does and reacts to this order block. One last thing before I close this one out. As you can see up here, it's not very cluttered at all. I'll show you what I did to take away, some of that clutter that was up there. It's real simple. You can click on each chart. So you just click on your chart, right click on the mouse, go to settings, right? And all I did was uncheck the chart values and bar change values. That took away all of that noise that was up there and cluttered my charts because I couldn't see all of this indicator right here. It was being blocked by all the little information that was up there. So for each chart, you can just go in. You got to go to the status line and just uncheck those values that you don't need. I wanted to keep the volume. So as you can see, I got the volume up there. Logo, title, open market status, all that was fine. But I definitely didn't need the bar change values and the chart values. So just wanted to show you that real quick in case you were wondering how to get rid of some of that clutter that's at the top of your charts. All right, that is all I have for you for today. Hopefully this was good for you. Again, it was good for me. I appreciate the support. And any questions, leave comments, leave them in the chat. Great trading.